November 17th, 2023, 11:34 p.m. Krynky, east bank of Dnipro River. 300 Ukrainian Marines trapped. East bank, Russian side. Bridgehead established 3 weeks ago. Supposed to be springboard for offensive, became death trap. Russian artillery pounds positions continuously. Drones hunt individuals. Supply boats crossing Dnipro get destroyed nightly. Ammunition running low. Medical supplies exhausted. Wounded accumulating. No evacuation possible. Reinforcement impossible. Command promises relief. Doesn't come. Won't come. Can't come. Marines know this. Fight anyway. Because alternative is surrender. Ukrainians don't surrender at Krynky. They die there. Their assault boats try crossing. Every night, bringing ammunition, food, medical supplies. Taking wounded back. Maybe. Most boats get hit mid-river. Russian Lancet drones, artillery, mortars, thermal cameras see everything. Crossing is suicide mission. Crews volunteer anyway. Some make it, most don't. Marines on East Bank count boats approaching. Count explosions. Calculate survival. Math is grim. Tonight, 4 boats attempted crossing. 1 made it. Brought ammunition and 2 fresh soldiers. Took back 6 wounded. 3 other boats destroyed. Crews dead or missing. This is every night. This is Krynky at 2:47 a.m. 3 hours after boats attempted crossing. Russian assault begins. 200 soldiers attack Marine positions from 3 directions. Standard night assault. Russians have done this 17 times in 3 weeks. 17 times repelled. Marines are exhausted, running out of ammunition, running out of time, but not running out of will. Defense activates. Machine guns, grenades, mortars with remaining shell. Russians die attacking, Marines die defending. Both sides bleed, neither advances. Stalemate measured in corpses. This is IronBullet. And what's happening at Krynky isn't military operation. Slow motion disaster, where tactical objective became strategic liability, where 300 Marines are isolated on wrong side of river defending Bridgehead that can't be supplied, can't be reinforced, can't accomplish anything except drain resources and accumulate casualties. The question isn't whether Krynky Bridgehead is failing. Casualty rates prove it's failing. Question is why Ukrainian command maintains it, why Marines continue defending indefensible position, and whether sacrifice serves any strategic purpose or just compounds disaster with pride and sunk cost fallacy. Official Ukrainian statements about Krynky vague. Operations continue on East Bank. No mention of casualties. No acknowledgement of supply crisis. No admission that Bridgehead is isolated pocket absorbing men and resources for zero strategic gain. Just euphemisms. Active defense. Fixing enemy forces. Reality is 300 Marines are dying slowly while command pretends position has value. Russian statements confident. Eliminating Ukrainian Bridgehead. Enemy forces surrounded. Both true. But Russians can't eliminate Bridgehead through assault. 17 failed attempts prove this. So siege, slow starvation, eventual collapse. Russians can wait. Time favors them. Ukrainian Marines have no time, have no supplies, have no hope, have orders to hold. So hold until they can. Stay with me, because the detail that explains Krynky disaster, why 300 Marines are trapped in pocket that accomplishes nothing, is going to show you that strategic planning sometimes creates tactical impossibilities, that Bridgehead operations require sustained logistics. Krynky has no sustained logistics, that holding terrain across unfordable river against enemy who controls surrounding area is suicide mission when you can't supply defenders. Ukrainian command knows this, maintains position anyway, because admitting failure means admitting previous casualties were waste. So more casualties accumulate. So 300 Marines die slowly. So strategic failure becomes human tragedy. Let's establish what Krynky Bridgehead actually is, how it was created, why it's failing. Krynky, small village, east bank of Dnipro River, Russian-controlled territory. Pre-war population 1,000. Now, ruins, contested ruins. Ukrainian forces crossed Dnipro late October 2023. Established small bridgehead, maybe 2 square kilometers. Fortified ruins, trenches, defensive positions. Object: force Russia to commit forces defending East Bank. Create springboard for future offensive. Theory was sound. Execution failed. Dnipro River, 800 meters wide at Krynky. Fast current. Cold water. No bridges. Russians destroyed them. Only crossing method. Boats. Small assault boats. Vulnerable. Slow. Perfect targets for Russian artillery and drones. This is fatal. Flaw: can't sustain bridgehead when only supply route is 800 meters of open water under constant fire. Ukrainian planners knew this, attempted anyway. Hoped air defense and suppression would protect boats. Didn't work. Boats die. Marines starve. Initial assault succeeded. Ukrainians achieved surprise. Landed 500 Marines on East Bank. Established positions before. Russians responded. First week manageable. Supply boats crossed with acceptable losses. Marines fortified. Dug in. Prepared for siege. Expected reinforcement. Expected offensive to continue. Neither happened. Offensive stalled. Reinforcement impossible. Bridgehead became isolated pocket. Strategic liability. But can't admit that. So maintains fiction that position has value. Costs 300 Marines their lives proving otherwise. Russian response: artillery. Constant. Every building Marines might occupy gets shelled. Every trench. Every position. Random. Harassment fire prevents rest. Targeted fire kills anyone exposed. Drones. Lancet loitering munitions. FPV kamikaze drones. Thermal cameras see Marines at night. Drones hunt them. One by one siege tactics. Don't assault, you just kill. Eventually defenders run out of ammunition, or men, or will. Then assault, clean up, bridgehead eliminated. November 17th, the night. What 300 Marines experience over 8 hours. 11 p.m. Darkness. Marines in positions, watching, waiting. Russian artillery has been relatively quiet. 2 hours since last barrage is suspicious. Usually means assault coming, or supply boats crossing. Command radio confirms 4 boats inbound. ETA 30 minutes. Marines prepare. Some will unload supplies. Some will load wounded. Fast. Exposed. Dangerous. Everyone volunteers. Everyone knows boats might not make it. Hope they do. Need supplies desperately. 11:30 p.m. Boats visible on thermoscopes. Small signatures. Crossing river. Halfway. Russian artillery opens fire. Shells land in water near boats. Adjust. Closer. First boat hit. Explosion. Sinks. Crew dead or swimming. Hypothermia kills in minutes. Second boat continues. Third boat turns back. Fourth boat continues. Russians shift fire. More shells. Second boat hit. Sinks. Fourth boat makes it. Beaches. Marines rush to unload. 30 seconds. Ammunition. Medical supplies. Boat 6 wounded. Boat launches. Artillery follows. Misses. Boat escapes. 1 of 4 made it. 25% success rate. This is good night. Usually 0 boats make it. 12 a.m. Supplies distributed. Ammunition rationed. 2 magazines per marine. 3 grenades. Some get more, some get less. Depends on position. Depends on expected contact. Everyone gets less than needed. Medical supplies to aid station. Wounded treated. 6 evacuated, but 20 remain. 2 critical to move. 2 wounded to fight. Just wait. Hope they survive. Most won't. Not here. Not without real medical care. Morphine is running out. Painkillers gone. Antibiotics low. Infections spreading. Wounded die from infections that wouldn't kill them in hospital. This is Krynky. This is every day. 1 a.m. Russian artillery intensifies. Preparation fire. Assault is coming. Marines confirm. Radio chatter. Russian voice intercepts. Attack imminent. Marines ready positions. Load weapons. Wait. Some pray. Some smoke last cigarettes. Some write letters they'll never send. Or wait, because waiting is what they do. Between assaults, between bombardments, between supply boat attempts. Just wait and die slowly, or quickly depending on luck. 2 a.m. Artillery lifts. Russian infantry advances. 200 soldiers. 3 direction. North, east, south. Standard tactics. Marines have seen this 16 times before. Know what to do. Let them close. Conserve ammunition. Fire when certain of hits. Russians advance cautiously, expecting fire. Don't receive it. Get nervous. Keep advancing. 100 meters from Marine positions. 50 meters. Now, machine guns open fire. Multiple positions. Interlocking fields. Russians caught in open. Take heavy casualties. Drop. Return fire. Can't see Marine positions well. Night. Smoke. Dust. Muzzle flashes give some positions away. Russians suppress those, and advance continues. Some Russians reach Marine trenches, hand-to-hand fighting, grenades, knives, rifle butts, close, brutal, personal. Marines hold, barely. Russians push, almost break through, almost, but don't. Marines counterattack, small, vicious. Push Russians back, 10 meters, 20. Russians withdraw, assault failed. 18th failure in 3 weeks. 3 a.m. Casualties counted. Marines 12 dead, 19 wounded. 300 becomes 288 effective. Plus 20 wounded from before. Minus 6 evacuated. Math is grim. Attrition is unsustainable. Russians approximately 40 dead. 60 wounded estimated. But Russians have reinforcements. Marines don't. Russians can afford attrition. Marines can't. This asymmetry is decisive. Not today. Eventually. Soon. 4 a.m. Russian artillery resumes. Harassment fire. Prevent Marines from resting. From treating wounded. From improving positions. Just harassment. Marines endure. In holes. Underground when possible. Exposed when necessary. Die randomly. Shell lands near position. Fragments kill or wound. Luck determines who lives, who dies. No skill, no tactics, just probability. Stay at Krynky long enough and probability kills you. Everyone knows this. Stays anyway. Orders, duty, pride, stupidity maybe. Reasons don't matter when you're dead. 6 a.m. Dawn approaching. Russian drones activate. FPV racing drones with grenades. Hunt Marines in trenches. Thermal cameras see body heat. Drones dive. Detonate. Kill or wound. Marines try to shoot drones. Waste ammunition. Rarely hit. Drones are fast. Small. Hard targets. Better to take cover. Let drones waste explosives on empty positions. But taking cover means not fighting, not observing, not defending properly. Drones force compromises. Compromises accumulate. Defense degrades slowly. This is how bridgeheads die. Not dramatic assault. Slow degradation until collapse. 7ish to AM. Daylight. Artillery intensifies. Russians can see better. Target positions more accurately. Marines can move during day. Stay in holes. Endure. Wait for night. Wait for supply boats that probably won't come. Wait for relief that definitely won't come. Just wait and die. And hope somehow this matters. That their sacrifice serves purpose. Strategically. Most doubt this. Hold anyway. Because what else can they do? Surrender. Ukrainians don't surrender. So die. At Krynky. Slowly. Now the analysis. Why this disaster continues. What it means. Bridgehead feasibility. Bridgeheads require sustained logistics. Supplies, reinforcements, ammunition, medical evacuation. Krynky has none reliably. Supply boats have 25% success rate on good nights, 0% on bad nights. This is insufficient. Can't sustain 300 soldiers with 25% logistics success rate. Math doesn't work. Planners knew this. Attempted anyway. Now trapped by sunk cost fallacy. Already sacrificed so much. Must justify by continuing. Even when continuation guarantees more sacrifice. Strategic value absent. What does Krynky Bridgehead achieve? Theoretically, fixes Russian forces. Threatens Russian logistics. Creates conditions for future offensive. Reality, fixes small Russian force. Doesn't threaten logistics significantly. Future offensive isn't happening. Bridgehead has no strategic value. Only has cost 300 Marines, hundreds of casualties, boats, equipment, resources. All consumed for position that accomplishes nothing except existing. This is strategic failure. Tactical sacrifice for zero strategic gain. Command dysfunction. Ukrainian command maintains Krynky because admitting failure is politically unacceptable. Already announced Bridgehead as success. Already sacrificed casualties establishing it. Withdrawing means admitting waste. Easier to maintain position. Pretend it matters. Let Marines die slowly than admit mistake quickly. This is institutional pathology. Killed soldiers to preserve commanders' reputations. Not unique to Ukraine. Universal military dysfunction when politics overrides military reality. Marine perspective. Why do Marines hold? Orders, obviously, but also pride. Ukrainian military culture emphasizes holding, never retreating, never surrendering. This culture is strength sometimes, weakness at Krynky, because position should be abandoned, isn't strategically valuable, but culture forbids retreat. So Marines start defending indefensible position. Their bravery is used against them, turned into trap by commanders who won't admit failure. This is tragedy, compounded by Marines' competence and courage being wasted. Russian response effectiveness, Russians learned. Don't assault Bridgehead repeatedly. Tried that. Failed 17 times. Casualties were high. Now siege, artillery, drones, attrition. Let the Ukrainians die slowly from lack of supplies. This is correct tactical response. Cheaper than assault. More effective. Just wait. Ukrainians will run out of something eventually. Ammunition. Men. Will to continue. Then collapse. Russians just maintain pressure. Eventually wins. Math is on their side. Time is on their side. Everything except Ukrainian stubbornness is on their side. 3 questions from the beginning. Time to answer them. Why does Ukrainian command maintain Bridgehead? Sunk cost fallacy. Already sacrificed much establishing position. Withdrawing admits waste. Politics. Bridgehead was announced as success. Admitting failure is unacceptable politically. pride, military culture forbids retreat. These factors combined create situation where obvious military failure continues because institutional forces prevent rational decision-making. Marines pay price. Command preserves reputation. This is dysfunction, predictable, universal, deadly. Why do Marines continue defending indefensible position? Orders, duty, culture. Ukrainian military emphasizes holding positions, never retreating. This creates soldiers who fight brilliantly. Also creates traps where soldiers hold positions that should be abandoned. Krynky is latter. Marines are competent, brave, determined. These qualities are being wasted, used to defend position with no strategic value. They hold because that's what Ukrainian soldiers do, even when holding kills them, even when holding accomplishes nothing. Does sacrifice serve strategic purpose? No. Krynky Bridgehead accomplishes nothing strategically, doesn't threaten Russian operations significantly, doesn't enable future offensives, just exists, consumes resources, kills Marines. Strategic benefit is absent. Sacrifice is real. This is tragedy. 300 Marines defending position that shouldn't be defended, dying for objective that has no value. Their courage is real. Their sacrifice is real. Strategic justification is absent. That's Krynky. That's institutional failure made flesh. The lesson from Krynky is that sunk cost fallacy kills. Ukrainian command maintains bridgehead because already sacrificed establishing it. Can't admit sacrifice was wasted, so continue sacrificing. This is how military disasters compound. Small mistake becomes large disaster because institutional forces prevent correction. 300 Marines are trapped because command won't admit bridgehead was mistake, won't withdraw, won't cut losses, just bleed slowly. Hopes somehow position becomes valuable retroactively. Won't happen. Marines will die. Position will fall eventually, or be abandoned. Casualties will be wasted regardless. That's Krynky. That's sunk cost pathology in action. This is IronBullet. We analyze battles that define wars. Krynky doesn't define war, defines a military dysfunction, where tactical mistakes become strategic liabilities because institutional forces prevent rational responses, where 300 competent soldiers defend position with no value because command won't admit failure, where courage and competence are wasted defending indefensible because culture forbids retreat. This is tragedy, preventable, ongoing, unlikely to end well. Marines at Krynky know this. Hold anyway, because what choice do they have? Orders say hold. Culture says never retreat. So die, slowly, pointlessly, bravely, tragically. The boats continue attempting crossing. Most fail. Marines continue defending against overwhelming pressure. Supplies dwindle. Casualties mount. Position degrading daily. Eventually collapses or gets evacuated. Either way, casualties are wasted. Strategic gain is absent. Lesson is unlearned probably. Next disaster will repeat pattern. Small tactical failure becomes a large strategic disaster because institutional forces prevent cutting losses. This is how militaries bleed themselves, not through enemy action, through inability to admit mistakes and adapt. Krynky's case study. 300 Marines are tuition. Expensive tuition, probably insufficient to teach lesson. Next generation will pay again. Because in modern warfare, knowing when to hold matters as much as knowing how to hold. Krynky Bridgehead should be abandoned. Can't be supplied, can't be reinforced, can't accomplish strategic objectives, should withdraw, Save 300 Marines for battles that matter. Won't happen. Institutional forces prevent rational decision. So Marines die. So position falls eventually. So resources are wasted. So next mistake repeats pattern. This is military dysfunction. Not unique. Universal. Deadly. Krynky proves it. 3. 100 Marines pay price proving what everyone already knows. Sunk cost, fallacy kills. 300 Marines. Wrong side of river. No supplies. No hope. Orders to hold. Culture forbids retreat. Command won't admit failure. That's Krynky. That's tragedy. That's preventable disaster that continues because preventing it requires admitting mistake. Institutions don't admit mistakes easily. Soldiers pay price. Always have. Always will. Krynky's latest example. Won't be last. Real battles. Real tactics. Real consequences. Stay informed.